Muddy stuff. Well, it's the 11th of September. We're just doing a little glassing today. We're definitely seeing elk. The problem with it is they're not really moving, and where they're located is just a little tough for us to make a move on them. So I mean, mainly at this point, being patient is the best thing we got for us. Time is on our side. It is the beginning of our hunt. So we have, well, somewhere close to 10 days to make this happen. So these elk will stay here as long as we don't make a mistake and bump them out of here. So this is going to be one exciting week. We have I've already seen half a dozen nice 6-point bulls, and like I said, we have to let the elk make the mistake and kind of take advantage of what they're doing. If they're moving up in the evenings and then coming back down, we'll get set up on something. Hopefully they'll come right by us, but right now it's just going to be a game of patience, because these elk are here. They're going to stay here if we don't ruin this opportunity. And I think they're really starting to get going now. There's some good mature bulls with the cows, but I still think it's a little bit early that the big boys will probably be showing up here fairly soon and taking over the herd. So I'm just waiting to see some big giant bull come strolling out of these timbered hills here and swoop down in here and take a bunch of cows from one of these nice bulls down here. So I really do think that in the next couple days some new bulls are going to start showing up. So I do want to be patient. I don't want to get down in there and push them out of here, because right now we've got a pile of elk all to ourselves for now.
Into High Country has been brought to you by Vortex Optics, the force of optics. Archer Extreme. There can only be one. Onyx Maps. Hunt with confidence. Sitka Gear. Specialized outdoor wear and equipment. Mystery Ranch. Backpacks built from experience. Prime. Accuracy is everything. This segment of Into High Country has been brought to you by Montana Canvas, hands down the finest wall tents ever made.
I've been applying for a coveted elk tag in my home state of Montana for the last 14 years. This year, I decided to change it up. I've been backpack hunting and hunting off a horseback in many parts of western Montana. The mountains, timbered ridges, and high peaks are what I'm used to. So this year, I decided to do the exact opposite. I put all my points towards the unit in eastern Montana that I have never stepped foot in. Call me crazy. The Missouri River breaks I felt was my best chance to let my very first arrow fly at potentially my best bull ever. It is just, it's one of the most beautiful things to sit out here, even on a hillside, although I have a tag in my pocket and I'm seeing some great bulls. The most beautiful part of this whole deal is to sit and watch elk be elk, do what they do and how they handle each other and how they herd the cows together, how they run other bulls off, watching them fight and figure out who the boss is. So I'm just enjoying myself sitting here on this hillside looking at a couple hundred head of elk down here in the valley below me, and you got several bulls just trying to pick and piece out the cows that he wants and can handle, and it's pretty fun watching them. Like I said, we haven't been out yet today in the field, so to speak, just because we want to feel this out. It's important that we don't go in there and blow the whole thing up and then they're somewhere else, because their senses of smell and sight and hearing are way better than you could imagine. So even if you think you can get to something and you got a small percentage of doing it, they're probably gonna bust you. So we really wanna make sure that these elk are definitely out of sight before we make our move, and then hope they come back the same place they were this morning. So we'll just sit and watch for however long it takes. Be patient and get one of the big old mature guys.
The days were passing by one, but we were getting close. We were playing cat and mouse and always had something to go after, which is a big part of it. You know, just knowing that there's elk in the area is a reassuring feeling. It was just fun to sit back and watch my buddy get so excited each time and knock that arrow, and the anticipation of wondering, you know, is this gonna be that time where I'm finally gonna get my first elk with a bow? It's cool to be along for those experiences with friends. And as each opportunity came and passed without an arrow getting launched, I could see the frustration in Barrett. I could see that, you know, he was at that point where he wanted it. And with the amount of elk we were in, I definitely felt like it was only a matter of time.
This segment of Into High Country has been brought to you by Montana Canvas, hands down the finest wall tents ever made.
So we're trying to work around them today and see if we can make a better move on them. Because yesterday we were that close to a giant and he just wouldn't stop moving. Actually, I had 2 big bulls yesterday and I just couldn't get them to stop. And they were just a little too far out there. I don't like shooting that far. I'm hoping today our luck is much better. I have a feeling today is going to be the day. I think I just stay tucked up right here. We are not going to be able to move. I have nothing to break me up in the back here. I'm going to have one chance at this. But they're starting to come this way. Our wind is not that, it's just not that great, but it's not bad. We're just gonna hope these cows file by us here, because our wind is cutting this way off of our kind of our backside. There's a couple really great bulls in this bunch. All right. The cows are starting to file by us. The bulls are coming up the backside here. We just need those cows to get past us here before they catch our wind. The elk, the cows who have gone past us they've got to our wind. And they are stopped nose in the air, so I'm hoping they do not blow this. They just need to keep going. You see this bull's coming in here. If he circles back around, I'm gonna take him. Here he comes, bud. Here he comes. Are you ready? cow. I can't believe it. The last several days we have been in them. Yesterday I had 2 great bulls. Just too far out, I couldn't make it happen. I just took the biggest bull of my life with a bow. I couldn't be happier. But can you believe that? We pulled it off.
This segment of Into High Country has been brought to you by the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation, ensuring the future of elk, wildlife, their habitat, and our hunting heritage.
I want to celebrate so bad, but I just can't. If I do, we'll scare these elk out of here. But we just killed a giant bull. Oh my gosh, I couldn't even tell you. This has been the most exciting day of elk hunting ever in my life. The wind is just not good for us. There's this line of elk just stringing, coming straight at us. So Jason stuffs the GoPro in the ground, right where I'm standing. Him and I bomb up into this brush here, and we get hunkered down in that timber, and the wind is perfect for this scenario. I mean, the amount of elk that went by there, a lot of eyes, ears, noses. I'm shocked that we weren't busted. I could not get these bulls to stop for nothing. And finally this bull gives me a perfect shot at 28 yards. I can't even tell you how excited I am about this, because I put a lot of miles on my boots every year trying to harvest one of these big mature bulls like this, and I've passed a lot of bulls over the years looking for a bull like this, and this just, it means so much more to me now because I earned this bull. I definitely earned this bull, and I'm excited. But let's go find my arrow, and then let's get down there and take a look at this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful bull. Definitely the most amazing elk hunt I've ever had in my life. Laid right in our lap, and what we witnessed them doing was absolutely more majestic than anything I've ever got to witness. Elk being elk, and they didn't even know we were there. It was just... There aren't really words to describe how today went. Yesterday we kind of hunted the same area, and just our wind was bad. And if anybody knows elk hunting, you have to have the wind in your favor or you will not win. They are an extremely intelligent critter. Quite an amazing morning. Like I said, I can't even describe it. Well, I suppose now the work begins. The big animal. We've got a lot of steaks and hamburger on this boy. We better get to doing some work.